The Chiefs lost an instant classic in their first matchup against the Dragons. Can Tokyo sweep the series?
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dragons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-10. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for two, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for two? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And it's interesting, isn't it? The psychology of a team coming onto the field down 8-0 instead of the normal 7, or sometimes when you're fortunate, just 6. 8-0 almost connotes a sense of urgency that really isn't there yet. It's too early in the game. Go down and score. Heck, kick the extra point and be down 1. Don't chase points too early. Just worry about scoring.
They go play action with Hurts. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Cousins now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you started believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
In motion goes the tight end. 4th down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dragons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Gun. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 16-0. That's the score after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. But first down, Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Hands it off out of the gun. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. There he goes, left side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make it 24-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And quickly, they get to the line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Cousins now on second down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mark Andrews. 43 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown! DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Dragons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Cousins will try and throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. One man to beat. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No clock on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So we reach the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Go ahead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 123 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First down, here's Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Play action now, Cousins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10, and touchdown! DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons are able to extend their lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. 1st down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Gun.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Loss of a yard.
Gun.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work down inside the 45.
That's the end of the 3rd.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he spins through. And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Kamara up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Aubrey now for the PAT.
The kicker on for the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score
A 10-play drive that time. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game. Now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Cousins here to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's... Win streak is going to extend another week. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Me in this booth, I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
36 yards on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Bridgewater here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Bridgewater had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses, they stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long. Let the rest of the league take notice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And a first down, Chiefs.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tokyo, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.